Have you ever felt that your masturbation habits might be limiting your ability to reach your full potential? What if the way you touch yourself is actually reducing the amount of pleasure you receive? In this discussion, I'm going to go over 6 common mistakes men make when masturbating, and the last one could truly blow your mind. This is a game changer that will completely transform the way you interact with your body and enjoy your alone time. You are currently reading content from a certified sex coach whose goal is to help men like you rediscover the joys of solo pleasure. Sure, you may already enjoy masturbation, but what if that's just the tip of the iceberg? My purpose is to help you feel like you deserve it, get rid of the shame, and have fun doing it. Let's dive into the first mistake, which is falling into the semen retention fallacy. Before we get into that, let me remind you that I try to publish 3 videos every week, and by subscribing, you won't miss any of my content. Now let's address this very popular belief that stopping ejaculation will give you superpowers, more energy, better focus, and higher testosterone levels. The truth is that there is no scientific evidence to support these claims. In fact, research shows that regular ejaculation can have health benefits, such as reduced stress, improved emotional well-being, a lower risk of prostate cancer, and even a reduced risk of dying from heart disease. It's important to realize that holding in your semen is not a magical solution, as many people claim. The real solution is to follow your desires in accordance with your values, and without unnecessary guilt. Now let's move on to the mistake that sabotages your pleasure, even during sex with your partner: the numbing grip. I know it sounds dramatic, but I'm talking about your favorite masturbation technique. Think about it for a moment. Usually men provide friction by squeezing too hard and too fast. There's no shame here. This is a judgment-free zone. And if you have an effective, wonderful way of ejaculating that gives you pleasure, that's great. But when you focus on a certain spot with a certain type of stroke, you are missing out on a whole world of pleasure. The same thing often happens with women, especially when they use a vibrator that overstimulates their clitoris. As a result, it can be difficult for them to experience orgasms from other types of stimulation because they are used to this style. The same goes for the numbing grip. Your penis gets used to that kind of touch, that kind of grip, and it makes it difficult for you to ejaculate in other wonderful ways. Some of you may have experienced this when trying other masturbation techniques or having sex. It takes you a really long time to ejaculate, and maybe you've even been diagnosed with delayed ejaculation because of this. So yes, your favorite grip definitely does the job. It feels good, but it makes you less sensitive to other types of touch. Don't worry though, because there is a quick solution for this, which doesn't sound so fun at first. You need to try different techniques to teach your body to enjoy different types of touch and eventually ejaculate. Yes, it can be frustrating at first, but it is definitely worth it. So relax, slow down, find a good quality lubricant, and explore different ways of touching yourself. If you want an even faster solution, masturbating with a condom is great. Although your stimulation receptors may not want it at first, once you get used to it, you will enjoy sex in all forms much more. The next mistake men make when it comes to masturbating is rushing the experience. Most men are really used to masturbating quickly, quietly, and in a hurry. Maybe it's because when you were younger, you had to do it in secret. Even if you're married, you might have to do it in secret. You have to sneak out and do it. Maybe there's a lot of guilt and shame that comes with it. But I just want to remind you that you're an adult now. It's your body, and you don't need permission from anyone to touch it in a way that feels good. If you feel guilty or ashamed about that, or you feel like your partner won't understand, then I really recommend having a conversation about it. It's going to sound strange at first, but it's worth it to give yourself that space, especially if you're in a sexless marriage or a relationship where your libido levels vary widely. But to be honest, you don't even need to be in that situation. The truth is that even men who are single may feel the need to do this experience with some kind of guilt and as quickly as possible. But I want to tell you that when you rush, you are depriving yourself of the full experience. Yes, masturbation can reduce your tension and provide a sense of relaxation, but it can also feel great, and you can even see it as a ritual. So every once in a while, take the time to massage yourself with a good quality lubricant. Instead of doing it in between chores during the day, enjoy it over a longer period of time. The next mistake I want to point out is ignoring the rest of your body. Yes, your penis is great, but there is a whole rest of your body that you can still experience. For example, sensations involving several nerves, your nipples, various parts of your penis, your inner thighs, and your perineum, the area between your testicles and your anus, or even your anus if you feel comfortable stimulating that area. Don't worry, focusing on these areas doesn't make you gay. It just makes you carefree and confident in exploring your own body. The next mistake I want to point out is not using the appropriate tools. I want to warn you, especially if you are using lotion. I also understand that this is your body, and lotion is easy to use and a bit slippery, but it is not the best tool for the job because it can often contain chemicals that are not suitable for sensitive skin, especially the head of your penis. They also don't last long. Their purpose is to absorb and moisturize the skin, not to reduce friction and allow for mobility. You might think that a high-quality lubricant won't improve your experience that much, but just try one bottle. Then come back to the comment section and tell me how it made you feel. By the way, don't be afraid to experiment with toys. They are not just for women. Getting rid of monotony and being open to different experiences adds color to your life. Automatic rings, strokers, penis vibrators, and much more. There are a lot of toys for men. Now this next mistake is really serious and can significantly reduce your enjoyment. It can even be the main thing that prevents you from enjoying your alone time. It has nothing to do with technique or equipment. It's more about how you look at masturbation and how you treat yourself during and after the experience. Most of us have different fetishes, kinks, preferences, and ways of ejaculating, right? We may put our minds in different modes or use a technique that feels strange to us. But I want you to know that you are not alone. Yes, I'm talking to all of you who are judgmental and overthinking. Maybe you've heard that masturbation is sinful, wrong, selfish, disgusting, or even perverted. Maybe you're ashamed of the way you touch yourself. Sweetheart, masturbation is normal. It is healthy. It is not shameful. And it is not something you need to justify to anyone, including yourself. When you allow yourself to let go of guilt, embrace your curiosity, and really learn what turns you on, you can unleash your full potential for pleasure. There is something I really want from you. Start treating your alone time as something precious, something sacred, not as something you have to hide or feel bad about. Give yourself permission to feel good because you are worth it. What technique will you apply that you learned from this? Let's meet in the comments. You can be sure I will read them all. May everything in your life be as you wish and wonderful. Goodbye. Expanding on this topic, it's important to recognize that masturbation is a deeply personal experience, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to explore. For instance, many men find that incorporating mindfulness into their masturbation routine can significantly enhance the experience. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, paying attention to the sensations in your body, and letting go of any distracting thoughts. This can help you connect more deeply with your body and increase the intensity of your pleasure. Additionally, experimenting with different environments can also make a big difference. For example, some men find that masturbating in a warm bath or shower can be incredibly relaxing and pleasurable, while others prefer a quiet, dimly lit room where they can fully focus on their sensations. The point is to create an environment that feels safe, comfortable, and conducive to pleasure. Another aspect to consider is the role of fantasy in masturbation. Many men use fantasies to enhance their arousal, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, it's important to ensure that your fantasies are healthy and consensual. If you find that your fantasies are causing you distress or interfering with your relationships, it may be helpful to explore these feelings with a therapist or counselor. On the other hand, if your fantasies are a source of pleasure and excitement, embrace them and allow yourself to fully enjoy the experience. Remember, masturbation is a time for you to connect with yourself and explore your desires without judgment or shame. It's also worth noting that masturbation can be a valuable tool for improving your sexual health and well-being. For example, regular masturbation can help you become more familiar with your body and what feels good, which can enhance your sexual experiences with a partner. It can also help you manage stress, improve your mood, and even boost your immune system. Additionally, masturbation can be a great way to explore your sexual preferences and boundaries, which can lead to more fulfilling and satisfying sexual relationships. So, if you've been holding back or feeling guilty about masturbating, it's time to let go of those negative feelings and embrace the many benefits that solo pleasure can offer. In conclusion, masturbation is a natural, healthy, and enjoyable part of life. By avoiding common mistakes, such as rushing the experience, using the wrong techniques, or feeling guilty about it, you can unlock a whole new level of pleasure and satisfaction. Remember to take your time, explore your body, and be open to trying new things. Whether you're single or in a relationship, masturbation is a valuable way to connect with yourself and enhance your overall well-being. So go ahead, give yourself permission to enjoy your alone time and discover the incredible potential for pleasure that lies within you.